Hi, my name is Ford Buckley. I go to Yorktown High School in Arlington, Virginia. In my project, The Effect of Spoiler Angle on Downward Force Produced, I asked the question, at what spoiler angle does a vehicle have the best traction? The purpose of my experiment was to find the optimal angle where a vehicle spoiler is able to produce maximum downward force. This is important because each year more than 18,000 people are killed in runoff road accidents. Hopefully, with my data findings, I am able to provide some research and basis into which spoiler can increase the grip on the road that a vehicle has and hopefully in the future decrease the number of these accidents. My hypothesis was if the spoiler angle is 60 degrees, the car will create the most downward force on the scale and therefore produce the most traction on the ground. To test my hypothesis, I used 4 angles of spoiler on a model car. My spoiler is made out of a 3x2 cardboard piece. Now, my 4 levels of spoiler angle were 0 degrees, no spoiler, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, as shown here, and 90 degrees. My control for the project was 0 degrees because most cars on the road these days do not have a spoiler. In this project, I designed and assembled a wind tunnel to supply airflow over my test vehicle. Here's the wind tunnel. The wind tunnel is made out of poster paper and a little fan. And underneath here, where there is an obvious gap, there was a digital scale, and the scale was able to read me the amount of downward force that was produced as the wind blew. I ran the fan for 15 seconds at a time and observed the highest number that was shown. My results were as anticipated. The data proved that using a spoiler creates significantly more downward force than not using one. I also noticed that as the angle of spoiler is increased, the downward force that is produced also increases. I ran into a little bit of a problem when vibrations from the poster paper and fan were disrupting the number that was displayed on my scale. To fix this problem, I rigged up posts to hold up my spherical cylinder tunnel, and it helped me to have clearer data. My hypothesis was generally supported, as my data reveals a trend that as spoiler angle increases, the downward force detected by the scale also increases. My findings prove that spoilers have an impact on the traction a car creates. This was also supported by research that I did before performing my experiment that said that as air is being pushed over an object, the air pushes that object in a certain direction, creating downward force. My data provided statistical proof of this effect. Possible further exploration into my project is exploring the effect a spoiler has on drag. Usually in the back of a vehicle, as air flows over and under, there is a pocket of low pressure air. This causes drag and it can be very harmful to your gas mileage and performance. So you might be able to expand on my project and explore some of the science behind drag. Thank you.